This is my new buddy. Oh, quite a few years ago now. 5, 6, 7, 8. Before I moved to Hartford, so that would be like over 7 years ago. I gave my word to a friend that if she ever got to where she couldn't take care of her dog, she's older than I am by a few years. Excuse me, I've had a really rotten cold. And he sleeps in the morning. Maybe he's not sleeping so good at night in his little bed here in the living room. I don't know. It's taken him a while to adjust to. He's not always known me. I mean, I dog sat him. I couldn't tell you how many times. For her to go and see her family. I just want to show you what's going on in my kitchen. Look at this. There's a letter from, gotta look over, but I wanted to show you these eggs. A light would help, wouldn't it? And I can tell you exactly what chicken lays exactly what egg. I hung a camera up in the chicken house so I could see. A game camera. This is a Rhode Island Red. This is a Amberlink. This is the Olive Eggers. This is Lacey's. This is Flossie's. I got those two named. So all the lighter color ones here are the Rhode Island Reds. And the dark brown ones here, the ones with the speckles and just the dark, deep color, that's the Isa Browns. I was having a good time selling eggs to some guys that works with Danny before Christmas, and some of them changed jobs, and now they could still come and buy eggs, but we don't have their phone numbers and no way of getting up with them. And my refrigerator's full of eggs, my counter's full of eggs, and I haven't even gathered. Well, I've gathered all the eggs except have one hen on the nest. They all usually lay in the morning. I don't have any afternoon layers. But my 11 o'clock every day, everybody has laid. That's going to lay for that day. Excuse me. I know I sound so terrible. I've been fighting this thing now for, oh mercy, almost 2 weeks. Oh, no, I didn't have COVID. I prayed for God to protect me from COVID, so I didn't have COVID. I just had a rotten cold because we're actually having a winter. Look at there, what a big old beautiful egg. I offer my neighbors some of these eggs, and they don't eat what they call yard eggs. Can you imagine that somebody would rather have those chicken house eggs where the chickens are kept in horrible conditions? I've worked in an egg house before, so I can tell you, if a chicken dies in there, the other chickens just eat it. If the people works in there don't see it and get it before, it's just awful. If you ever worked in an egg house, you really wouldn't want to buy store-bought eggs. My eggs are gathered several times a day. And they're never left in the nest overnight. I had somebody give me some eggs, and me telling that person, I don't need any eggs, but I'll take some of your colored eggs just to see what they look like. And so this was around Christmas, and it was family, and they visited. And I decided yesterday that I would scramble some of those eggs and give them to the young biddies out here, though. Let's see, November, December, whoa, they're 2 months old now, aren't they? They're about 4, 8, 9 weeks old. Anyway, I was breaking the eggs, and I broke about 4 of them, and the 5th one had a biddy that had died and rotted in it. And this person told me that their rooster had been sitting in the nest box at night and roosting in the nest box, And I said, well, oh, he'll poop in a box and your hens won't want to lay in it. Well, he said it was an old rooster and he was planning on getting rid of it. Anyway, to make a long story short, that rooster sitting on that egg, as he did before the weather, I reckon, got real cold, started a biddy, and undoubtedly his kids were gathering the eggs. They kept missing that one for the fake eggs. It was in there. Oh, I cannot tell you how that smelled and how much that turned me off of eggs for a while when I saw it. Oh, it was horrible. I couldn't get it out of my kitchen fast enough. It was terrible. And I had been trying to talk Danny into letting me get a rooster so I could hatch some biddies. And I got to thinking about, well, I know I wouldn't have, unless I got sick and couldn't collect the eggs myself. There's no way my eggs would stay in there overnight, much less for days. And the only chicken I would ever put up with sitting on a nest all the time is one that was broody and I gave her eggs to hatch. But then I would always mark those eggs, and if another hen got in there with her and laid an egg, that one would be taken out that day. Anyway, I just wanted to show you, I don't have any more egg cartons. I've got cartons and cartons of eggs in the refrigerator. I put a sign up out by the street saying fresh eggs, and I'm selling them cheap. I guess I'm going to have to start giving them away to to get some. I'm putting them in the freezer. I'm breaking like what it would take to make a pound cake, and I'm putting them in Ziploc bags and putting them in the freezer. And I guess maybe I should go ahead and put like 4 in there for just a meal for me and Danny. We've been eating them several times a week, but we don't eat eggs every day. And I don't use them to cook it with every day. But I'm going to have to start coming up with some recipes that calls for lots of eggs. Maybe I'll make a bread pudding today. All right, I know this has not been a chicken video. Well, it's kind of a chicken video. It's not been a gardening video. It's been a Chico, that's the name of the dog. Bless his heart. He's such a sweet little fellow, but he's already an old man. And I thought, well, I'm getting him just as his medical bills is probably going to start. But I hope not. I'll pray and ask God to keep him healthy as long as it's possible for him. Everything's possible for God, but he's already on up in age, and they're like us when they get. It's in human years, he'd be in his 70s, I guess, early 70s. So his health, it will start to decline. He acts like a puppy now when you throw a toy or something for him. His mornings are spent napping, and that's it. The rest of the day, you can get him to play, and he likes to go outside with me, and he's not even afraid of the chickens. But I'm kind of worried about the chickens messing with him, not him messing with the chickens, because they seem to want to peck at him, and I'm afraid they'll peck him in the eye and put his eye out. So I don't know if I'll take him back in there with me to gather eggs. I'll probably just hang his leash on the fence and let him stay on the other side of the fence just to be safe. Well, I hope everybody's having a great week and are staying safe and COVID-free. And oh, Lord Jesus, help us to overcome and turn this nation around and make it the nation that it was founded on, biblical principles. It grieves my heart to see what's going on in this country. It really does. Pray for you. If you're a Christian, you should be praying for your country. I don't care what country you live in. You should be praying for your leaders. You should be praying for your neighbors. You should be praying for the people that you know hate you and want you dead. Because Jesus said, pray for your enemies. Love your enemies. That's kind of hard sometimes, isn't it? But you don't have to love what they do, but you love them enough to ask God, if they're redeemable, Lord, redeem them. And if they're not redeemable, get them out of our government. That's how I pray for our corrupt politicians here. If they're not redeemable, Lord, get them out of our government. If they're redeemable, save them, change them, make them want to make this country better. God bless. And I know there's a lot of YouTube videos being posted because people are at home and they gives everybody something to do. I mean, I've followed quite a few, and I've been just flooded with alerts, and notifications. So I'm going to make this very brief. I don't want to watch along with myself, so I know you don't either. God bless. Take care. Bye-bye.